Hey there, welcome back to the qualifiers of the European region here for the major, the upcoming major, the CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 11 Stockholm Major, to be exact. The major that Alliance is already out of.
Unexpected, honestly.
It really is.
Definitely. I expected them to be the team that upsets the top 3.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Maybe at least be in the top 4.
Yeah,
but you know that there's,
But definitely didn't expect them to get out so soon.
No.
I guess the real deal is taking their place of being the team to look out for, the underdogs that might actually take it.
Hello.
I think so. Hello. You could have just sneaked in, and you're not on camera right now. You're
Oh,
fine.
that moment on camera, they didn't even see me come on.
No.
Why is it green?
You
Because
teleported in.
if you're green, you qualify.
Wow.
You go
that
green.
means that, for example, you see Caban and Synderen's team, they're still 2 steps away from qualifying. We still have the Vega versus the Real Deal still going on, so we don't know. Well, it's 1-1, so they'll go to a 3rd game.
Okay.
And we are leaving the lower bracket for what it is right now, because we're moving to the upper bracket. NIP versus OG. Ninjas in Pyjamas, and you can clearly see there that whoever wins that match is qualified.
At the major.
At the major.
Let's have a look. And I think, you know, probably coming in to this qualifiers, obviously you think Secret Liquid, they're going to get the top 2 spots. And then you probably would have said OG, maybe NIP. Like, these are the 2 teams that you would say, which one is going to get that 3rd slot in this game, this series. We're going to see which one does get that. You know, obviously it's not really a
well, you're
tiered
saying
slot.
that.
Yeah.
But yesterday, NIP was clear victor over Secret with a 2-1. And
No, I'm saying before the qualifiers. When you looked at the European teams before we'd seen any of the games, you would have said Secret, Liquid, and then OG or NIP. I think most people would have.
Most people would go with OG, right?
I don't know. There's a lot of people that don't believe in OG post-TI, and I think, you know, people would have said NIP. But then NIP's not been performing very well before this qualifier.
Before this qualifier, they were not. No, they seem to have found their twist, and they actually have really been liking Batrider. By the way, as support. And Batrider and CK offlane.
I can't really... I mean, it's obvious why Bat is favored by many teams right now. The hero got buffed, and the jungle got changed in his favor. So even if you don't win that lane, you're going to find your farm very fast. Yeah. And the hero overall is very nice right now. So definitely can see why the Batrider is a thing again.
And it's banned. So not a thing in this series. And the Keeper of the Light there as well.
Yeah, that Keeper of the Light is pesky one.
Yeah, the Will-O-Wisp.
The Will-O-Wisp helped them so much out in that last game.
Series, we did see the power of it. Yeah.
Right, so what can you guys tell me about CK offlane?
CK offlane?
Yes.
Nothing. I haven't seen it yet, honestly.
I mean, but you can see why it could work. It's a hero that has a stun. He has catch. He has damage without the need of having a bazillion items, thanks to his ult.
In a good game, it can work.
And
if you're playing with...
transition into this late game, it's absolutely
it's a core.
Carry.
Yeah, you get that halberd, you already hit hard with that halberd, and you also provide your team with an extra utility.
Yeah,
but,
and you're beefy.
Yeah, but you have to be careful when you're playing versus heroes such as Rubik, such as Troll, heroes Wyvern that deal very well with your illusions. I don't think he's a perfect pick in every single situation.
No, for sure. I mean, there's a reason why every team's not doing it, but you can see why some teams, you know,
why they value it.
And definitely good synergies with the hero as well.
Grimstroke plus CK is so strong as well. You have that Inkswell and you have Reality Rift, the stun as well. The setup is there, and I love the Enchantress ban. Makes me think if one of these teams is going to snatch that Darkseer early on.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Darkseer is pretty top tier at the moment. Just
Shadow.
so many things.
Shadow Demon. We have seen the Shadow Demon Monkey King opening before from OG, and they can indeed switch it up.
I love their
Shadow Demon, Garrick's Monkey King.
I just love that opening because it's Shadow Demon and it's besides that, Shadow Demon obviously is the Monkey King, and you can't you can't know where they're gonna lane like,
No.
because they just lane Shadow Demon mid.
Yeah,
yesterday.
you probably obviously
Low
what the
camera.
games we've seen. You most
I'm gonna put him mid just
you
because I
would
hope.
like to see that.
You just
I
assume
hope
tops
it's
and-
mid.
Yeah.
OG has been responsible for the most entertaining games yesterday.
Definitely.
And the most entertaining games of the entire qualifiers, all the qualifiers.
And there it is.
so far.
Chaos
We're going to go
Knight.
with it again. The CKs we've been talking about. It's they've been doing it. And
That's
we're going to get a see
you,
in
Chiefs.
action.
That's that's 33 CK.
Get your
That's
CK.
you, Chiefs.
Some
I got it. I
offlane
got it.
CK.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be. It can
No,
be
it
that
doesn't
position
have to be.
4
No, it
as
doesn't
well.
have to be.
So I really love the fact that these top tier drafters are always picking in such a way that you can't really instantly know which way those
Wow.
heroes are
This
gonna
is
go.
Very confronting. All right. We are putting CK.
On the offlane,
On the
yeah,
offlane.
it's gonna be either 4 or 3.
Dazzy D.
Dazzy D, indeed.
Dazzy D. CK Dazzle. That's a strong one.
There's a cute pig.
Give Roshan a friend.
There we
Nice.
go.
Roshan found a pig friend. What are you doing
No,
to that,
don't
Rosh?
do that.
He's giving
Stop
him.
it,
What
Shiver.
the hell are you
What are you doing, Shiver?
He's giving him a piggyback.
Well, I don't think Roche agrees. I mean,
All right,
Come
that's
on,
what
guys.
he's doing. Yeah.
Dirty minds. What are you?
you did it. We didn't put
But
it.
the
Dirty
other way-
minds.
We did not mount Roche with a pig.
Otherwise, he can't stand. So it's one way or the other.
Okay, put it. Yeah, you can do it.
Can you just put him side by side, perhaps? Maybe. No.
No, because then it doesn't stay.
Yeah, put him on the wings.
Put him on the wings.
There you
Don't
go.
ruin Rosh though.
try not
That's $20,000 figurine.
That is. Yeah.
Be careful with it.
This is the figurine that everyone was waiting for. The reasons why they never got
the
them is 'cause we
TI-7
got them all.
figurine,
These
yeah.
are the TI-7 figurines. We stole them all.
Oh, that's very nice. There we go.
Look at that.
Look at that piggyback.
That's
Actually,
that's
piggyback.
that's a
That's innocent. That's innocent. Yeah.
Terrible. That's it.
TB. All right. Is Morphling in the pool?
It is.
Is this OG TB?
This is.
It is an OGTB.
All right, so that's that
ILTW.
ILTW TB.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had a very solid game on it the other day.
Yeah, he did really well.
That was the same game as where the Shadow Demon was core.
It was. I mean, I'm sure it's. It's going to be tops and mids. Yeah. I would be bitterly
I
disappointed.
mean, it is going to be tops and mid,
Well,
but
it's going to be top.
Hero is.
But I will be bitterly disappointed if he does not play the Shadow Demon mid. So I'm sure he will. He will play the Shadow Demon mid.
Yeah, the Terrorblade is really good with Shadow Demon. You get that
Yeah.
save, and also Shadow Demon makes so much space in that early
Yeah.
game for you. That hero is definitely very strong with TB.
And you really don't want Ninjas in Pyjamas to get TB and Dazzle. So
Yeah.
you're also block picking them there.
Right. Some bans incoming in a second. Ninjas in Pyjamas, they've got one dual lane. We got another. Well, we probably got 2 cores on the side of OG, so Ninjas in Pyjamas should be trying to ban out some supports. Yesterday it was a Monkey King and a Chen together with those, so we might see some bans of that.
Well, I think if you're smart, you might want to just ban the no-tail Prophet.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Oh,
Good
that
point,
no-tail
good point.
I think
Prophet,
you might
man.
want to take Prophet away from Johan.
He was so annoying yesterday, in a good way for OG, but annoying to deal with
It was super good.
for his opponents.
And, the perfect sort of space creating someone that can get stuck in with the action that the Shadow Demon's creating, but, also at the same time splitting the map and ensuring that Terrorblade's got good areas to farm in.
I like the OG's Darkseer ban. They realized NIP, they banned Enchantress. Why? Why would you ban Enchantress? There's only one hero that she truly counters right now.
Yep.
That's that Darkseer.
Is there...
That being said, Nip has not played Darkseer over their 6 games played so far.
I mean, they can play it 3-3. He can 3-3 is the offlaner, right?
But 3-3 is going to play the CK.
Yeah, but you can put.
You could change the
Yeah, you
CK
can
as
put the
well.
CK on 4 as well.
True.
If you are OG, do you worry a little bit about a Huskar coming out? And
Well, there is Dazzle, so it would be prudent to ban that Huskar definitely.
might be worth a ban.
Yeah. There are some heroes that just work so well with Huskar. One of them is Dazzle, and if you let the Dazzle plus Huskar go through, it can be very problematic for you. However, there is Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon is actually very decent versus Huskar with the Purge.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
That's also good. You have a save versus him as well.
Meepo ban.
This is, you know what? Like NIP, they have one strength in their team that's
Ace.
it's ace, and it's not.
And 3-3 actually as well.
And
Yeah.
all right, what I wanted to say is they have so many cheese strategies, so many, like you have the Arc Warden, you have the Brood, you have the Meepo, you have so many of these heroes that you need to ban out if you don't really have the draft for them. That you can maybe pick Huskar now because they were forced to ban that Meepo. Meepo plus Dazzle is also really strong, so it makes sense that they banned it out.
Radiant team pick.
Magnus ban as well. We've not yet seen a Magnus today. Not
Yeah.
even banned in the previous
Not even
years,
banned,
was it?
yeah.
OG's
No.
turn
Surprising.
to
Elder Titan. I got it.
AT is always a beautiful hero to pick when you've got a TB and on the other side. Even the ST, sort of the ability to play around him. You know,
ET
sometimes
was-
the defensive disruption can set up for a stomp.
Yeah, what you just said, ET was always the go-to hero versus TB.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
How do you want to lane this?
So
For the ET with the CK on the off
ET
lane?
with the
And Dazzle
CK
safe
and
lane?
just send Dazzle to the safe lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it can also be some Dazzle mid, but most likely that Dazzle safe lane. They get Lich. I mean, this is a dead giveaway. This Shadow Demon is most likely going to be a core.
Yeah.
As Shadow Demon plus Lich on support roles, 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Not really great.
It's got to be a Thompson ST. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's fun. You're going to
It
see
is
another
fun.
Shadow Demon mid.
It was a close game, though.
It was. You
10
know what?
seconds
I
remaining.
don't see a way for them to really catch that SD this game around, though.
5
When
seconds
he was
remaining.
playing that Shadow Demon, I can't remember, versus Alliance, I
Yeah,
think.
it was versus
It was
Alliance.
versus Alliance. They had that Disruptor,
Yes.
and you could always catch the Shadow Demon. He can't really save himself. You put that Thunderstrike on him, you find him. This game, however, they have zero catch for him right now. He can always stay on those outskirts of the fight and just spam that Shadow Poison.
Does Reality Rift give you enough time to disrupt yourself?
It does.
Yeah.
Like you can even blink
transport-wise?
out of it.
Okay,
It's like
yeah.
whatever. Not really the strongest catch in the game. CK has catch, but it's like a catch that you can't dodge. So
So they gotta really think about this. What heroes could do okay against Shadow Demon? Mid. If
wait,
you're-
what wrecked me yesterday when I tried to beat Thompson?
I mean, everything would have wrecked you yesterday because.
What was it?
I don't know. What did you play against mid?
I can't even remember. I was out of that game. Yeah, I mean, Shadow Demon isn't really the strongest mid hero ever.
No.
Definitely. You just buy some sticks and you deal with him.
Oh, it was Alina.
It was
played
yeah, and I didn't lose that though.
Oh, you didn't lose
I
the
didn't lose the lane. Yeah,
There's an arc.
There we go.
The cheese
That's
stretch
one
you're
of
talking out.
the
It's
one of
in
the
there.
aces.
yeah. It's just a hero that works actually very well versus Terrorblade. One of the heroes that I really love to pick versus TB. You have that magnetic field to deal with his push early on. Later on as well, it works fairly well. However,
You want to say put him mid? Yeah, right.
yeah, most likely. However, at the same
However.
time, I
10
feel that
seconds
Arc Warden is a hero that is binding you to that late game.
5
You need to go
seconds
to the late game,
Yep.
in which Terrorblade is stronger than you, which makes it a bit awkward. Still though, these top teams, like NIP, like EG, with RTZ, Arc Warden, definitely can make it work. With the Elder Titan plus Arc Warden, I think they can make swift work out of Terrorblade, so...
Radiant team
Alright.
back.
Centaur, makes sense.
Yeah,
You-
it's good
you-
for the catch.
You get the catch, you get the hero that can jump on top of that Arc Warden. You have another tree coming. Another Iron Branch is gonna be planted.
I mean, there has been a lot of.
Can I plant that Iron Branch somewhere? Here? Can I do it now? Yeah? Nice. I always wanted to plant a real life Iron Branch. Like, behind here?
5 seconds remaining.
This? Yeah, perfect.
Beautiful.
Oh wow!
Right. So, Centaur Ward Runner is really good in this game because it allows you to catch onto that Arc Warden. You have that Stampede. It's like one of the weaknesses of Arc Warden is that if you get on top of him, you destroy him. So, Centaur makes a lot of sense.
I mean, Ninjas in Pyjamas, so we're still expecting what so they're saving the safe lane to last.
No, yeah, the Fata hero, I'd say.
10 seconds.
Well, 'cause,
Right.
yeah, will Ace take the Arc Warden mid, or will he? It will.
Well,
right?
regardless of where it goes,
5
what's
seconds
Fata's hero that's missing?
I wouldn't mind seeing Fada on his puck.
All right, I wouldn't mind seeing Fata on his
And
Razor.
that OG as well.
You're not gonna
They're
see
smart
it.
boys. See, OG banned the Fada
Yeah.
puck.
Fada Puck.
These great players, they think alike. You know?
I do, yeah. I'm
that's
up there with OG. You know. But yeah, Puck would have been super nice. You got setup, you got the extra catch ways to get on top of the TB. You make that Stampede redundant with the Dream Coil. But yeah, OG realised easy ban on the Puck.
10 seconds remaining.
What else for Fada? How about bruise
5
out
seconds
themselves?
remaining.
Honestly, they could put that.
Radiant
Nah,
team.
they can't. The
Grimstroke
Grimstroke.
last pick there.
yeah.
OD is still in the pool, by the way. Don't know if that is something that you...
wait,
oh, no,
wait,
never mind.
wait,
It's
wait.
banned.
So
it's banned.
Lich plus
Banned.
Grimstroke went through, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Ninjas in Pyjamas, like, they must have known that Shadow Demon wasn't the support, right?
And you're playing
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
CK versus Lich plus Grimstroke. That ult is gonna destroy your illusions. Plus,
Like-
Grimstroke versus illusions works so well because
10
of his stroke.
Dude, look at that. When Ninjas in Pyjamas, yeah, their last ban was the Kunkka. They didn't realise there was a Thompson SD.
Yeah.
Now,
They didn't
Is that possible? Maybe they,
how is...
Did they not
They-
check the
yeah,
replays?
they didn't
This
watch.
is their
didn't
side
watch-
They didn't
match.
study.
They didn't study.
One of these teams is going to the major. Surely you're going to do your
They didn't
homework
do
and
their
check what your
homework.
opponent has done yesterday.
I mean, maybe they thought that OG was bluffing and then they weren't going to do the Thompson mid again, Shadow Demon. But
Maybe.
yeah,
I mean-
they let Grimstroke and Lich get through the pool because they were more set on banning the mids.
In all honesty, there are so many better heroes versus that Arc Warden on mid. Like, than Kunkka even. Oh, okay,
Choose
Timber.
your hero.
Yeah, that's mine.
Who's yours?
Right, this Timber saw last pick. Well,
Timber saw...
I mean, where's he going to want to be? Against the TB lane?
you can put him versus Centaur.
Oh, yeah.
You just
Yeah.
put him versus Centaur.
Just
He
leave
should
him
be-
on his own.
Yeah.
Get the
Should
dazzle
do
mid,
fine.
maybe? Help devs?
No, you just go aggressive, don't you, with the CK
Okay.
Dazzle
Did we
ET?
mess something up here?
No.
He's dire?
He's ready.
Oh, he's ready. I'm just...
You're good.
Yeah, here we go.
There you go.
Alrighty.
So, Timber Dazzle, or... Yeah, that makes sense. It's another hero that's gonna create a lot of space in the mid game for that Arc Warden to just chill and farm with his Midases. So, overall, yeah. Their draft is looking solid.
Well, let's have a look.
They did not expect that Arc Warden that Shadow
The
Demon
Shadow
to be
Demon?
mid.
No?
But I don't think Arc Warden loses that lane. Like, it's not the hardest lane ever for Arc Warden. So, in that way, I think they're fine. But overall, I'm still going to go with the TB and the Centaur for my prediction.
I have to agree,
Yeah.
sir, as well. We saw yesterday what RTW could do with the TB, and OG got Grimstroke and Lich. So
Yeah.
this holy duo of supports that teams are not normally allowed to get through a draft, but they got it.
Yeah, they have the silences for the Timber. They have
I'll
the
go with
Purge.
OG's Grimstroke Lich, lads.
Yeah. We're going with OG,
Yeah.
the two of
Yeah,
us.
we're going all with OG.
Are you going to
All
OG as
three.
well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm thinking even if, you know, let's say old lanes go the way of NIP and that off lane is doing great with a CK and all that, I'm thinking OG will be able to hold to late game, and then late game there's a Terrorblade, and Terrorblade's going to win anyway. So even if everything's going right for NIP, late game will still sway the way of OG for me. But we're going to find out. I do think that NIP has got a draft that they're happy with. And that if they are going to go with that aggressive tri-lane, that CK, I mean, it's been working for them before, and...
I don't know, you're playing that CK
you know.
into Lich, Grimstroke combination,
Sure, but I
into
think
Shadow Demon with Purge.
I believe they know something about it that maybe we haven't seen their games here on this stream, so, you know, I'm still going for OG, as said, but I wouldn't count NIP out just yet. Let's find out what's going to happen. We are in game 1. It is a best of 3 series, so even if it doesn't go the way of NIP, they'll have another chance. Vice versa as well, of course. It's for OG as well. And the firecrackers are cracking. Happy Lunar New Year, Year of the Pig. It is today, right?
I think it was yesterday. I thought it was last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
Last night?
Last night.
Yesterday, last night.
That's why we got pigs everywhere.
You have 3-3 on that CK, hanging above this rune. We aren't really going to see anyone fighting, it seems, early on. And they do have that favorable Timber versus Centaur lane. Like, Centaur does well early on, but Timber takes over after a while, so that's probably to be expected on that safe lane.
Begins.
Looks like we are going to have dual lanes, by the way.
Yep.
3 NIP runes.
What a beauty!
And 1 for OG.
Yes.
Oh, so NRP said they are getting those core matchups that they wanted.
Yeah.
We'll see what they can do with them. I mean, yeah, this top lane's pretty deadly when they get level 2s online in terms of the catch and the stun and the stomp. But obviously OG having the Lich there means that
honestly,
a lot of that damage is going to be blocked.
I would love to see this ET just get a lot of stacks and come here with damage because they don't have any stuns.
Yeah, we'll see.
So he's gonna be able to hit quite hard.
We'll see if OG block that camp. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it. So you sort of have to if the ET's on the top lane.
TT's taking a
Saka
beat.
getting bullied here. There's a tri-lane top here for OG. His Centaur is by himself on that bottom lane.
He's gonna have a lot of movement speed now.
Price.
Okay, he
He's
survived
very
this.
speedy though.
What did
And he has
Jerax take
sound.
level 1? Is it Inkswell or?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's. I think if he had that first spell, perhaps they could chase him. I think
tipping happening.
actually, as long as Ace isn't hit by Shadow Poison on this lane, I think he loves it because he's a hero with low mana pool, low health pool, and
Yeah.
he's gonna benefit a lot from those sticks. So
Just have to be careful for those charges indeed. Wouldn't you rotate that Dazzle top? Or does Timbersaw... Oh, alright, now I guess not.
you kill him, and now maybe you rotate.
I like it, because Sebo earlier, of course, had the reverse tip. PPD just giving him a taste of his own medicine. I guess you're not rotating top.
Oh.
No. Not if you can
There was some banter a long time ago between PPD and Seb, if I remember. Didn't he
they
tell,
are both pretty strong on their
Oh,
Twitter game.
yeah.
Didn't the PPD tell him now, like, go back,
make one of your
trash teams, trash teams. Yeah. I remember that.
Because what was he flaming at you or something?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
Seb-
think it was
I'll
about...
look it up.
I think
Yeah,
it
it was,
We
regarding-
need
was.
to quote the drama.
We need to quote the drama indeed. Oh, Timber
does
died.
die to the tower.
It was something like,
Quote the drama.
I think, oh, what was that thing
Go
of Seb?
make one of your EU trash stacks.
Yeah.
Was it?
He was
Something
playing
like
for a stag that had a French organization behind it.
Sigma?
Sigma.
No, not Sigma. They don't really have a Dota team anymore.
Seb versus PPD.
What was that?
Here we go.
He was playing with...
So Mad, I was going to say it in a French accent, but then I realised that might be mean, so I won't do that. I'll say it in a very British accent. So Mad said, watching EU qualify all day and then watching this shit show, I can't believe the ratio to qualify is actually highest in this one. It's bullshit. And then PPD said, feel free to put together another one of your shit teams and come lose in the NA qualifier next year. And then Matt said, you gotta come say that face to face next time we meet. And that was the end of the drama.
Yep.
Wow, those are some strong words, man. Face to face.
Face to
That's
face.
some
That's see you at LAN.
That's some I'll see you at the land
Which year
stuff.
was this? Which year was this?
What year was this? 1982.
I don't know.
This was 2016.
Ah,
But
years ago.
That's recent.
If these two teams qualify, though, they must have met on a land
They
before.
have already met on
They
land.
have, but they let this be forgotten.
They did.
Now we found it, and we expect some brawl. What do we expect?
Well, we expect tips back and forth and them to
Please
really, really try hard. Obviously, there's a major invite on the line, so they would have tried hard anyway. We did also see ILW die, by the way. That was a big thing. Maybe
That's
they
a
can
good
get a
start.
return kill here on 3-3 CK. Sun coming out from the Inkswell.
Saxa is
and
coming.
Turnaround coming with PPD teleporting in as well.
So, oh,
And
ILTV is dead here.
ILTW dead for a second time here on this top lane.
Slamming him down.
Can we just call him
Slamming him down.
ILTV? ILTV? Isn't that easier? I don't know, whatever. Not.
ILTW?
LTW.
Yeah, it's whatever.
What do you want to call him?
Nah, it's fine.
ILT?
ILTV.
If it's not V, it's W.
Yeah, but yeah,
ILTW.
The we is
it's
I know.
fine. Whatever.
How's the
He's
middle name,
so ILTV. Oh, that's how he would pronounce it.
Is that how we pronounce it? Oh.
Yeah, that's how he would. If he's CIS, he is, I think.
Yeah, he
He
is.
is one of those CIS players.
4-4 in terms of the kill score. Runes are going again 3 for NIP, 1 for OG. And gold graph slightly in favor of NIP. With the lanes, these supports are still shuffling about a little bit.
Ace is scouted by No-Tail. He pings something out. No-Tail pings him out. They want to go here, actually. They're stacking the poison. No-Tail with the slow.
They've got good control.
Yeah.
They should easily be able to have the damage.
4 stacks.
Goodbye, Ace.
There you go.
He's gone.
Unsuccessful. Whoa, what's going on here? PPD.
What you doing there? He
He's
was
deep.
chasing down that Terrorblade once again. And Metamorphosis is used for this as well.
PPD has boots. I mean, he's going to use that method to farm the jungle now, so
Yeah.
there's that.
He's staying away from that top line.
That top lane has been very hard for them. He did find CS on TB, but realizes maybe that they are a bit too strong at the moment, so...
Center versus Terrorblade versus Timbersaw. You guys said it would be a Timbersaw favorite, but should it be this Timbersaw favorite, or is that just because PPD was hanging bottom?
I mean, PPD gave him an edge, definitely. I
Yeah.
think Centaur,
Yeah,
Centaur early on can even perhaps be even or beat Timbersaw, like first few levels, but definitely Timbersaw takes over. So, but PPD being there made it a no contest. Basically, he just helped out a lot.
Is that a problem for OG?
I mean, the biggest impact that Centaur is gonna have is the... Oh, he's gonna die again, maybe.
They got backup. They've got a lot of backup coming in. PPD and Saxo will be there, and they'll look to just run them both down. No-Tail's going to get popped by the Spark Wraiths, and Thompson, he's got to back up. The Wraiths are there, and they're going to look to dive as PPD keep hitting into him. Thompson cannot escape as another Wraith is down. PPD on a killing spree.
Yeah, that first blood really helping out PPD with his boots. He's everywhere. Pretty good counter there, counter kill.
Chasing down 3-3. There's ILTW close by as well. He was ready to take the kill if it comes his way. Let's see if he can get that right click. 3-3 is so speedy though.
Lich,
so
Lich
Lich will
lasted.
take the last hit, yeah.
No-Tail getting it.
This Timbersaw's certainly going to be a problem, I think. He has got a lot of places he can go on this map and start killing people when he wants to. Obviously, for the time being, Father can just push down this bottom lane and no one will really want to go down there to do anything about him because of how leveled and farmed he is. Top lane, they do manage to get PPD.
Oh, he's going in again. He has to be careful though. He basically has Rune of Regeneration, so that's why he wanted to waste all of his mana.
And every time he's forcing TP's mid. So the attention is drawn away from his other cores, the Terrorblade. Able to get a bit more space.
So far, Arcorden not doing kind of well, not really struggling way too much.
Sitting on 12 stick charges as well, even if he gets ganked, then
should be able to survive.
Should be able to survive indeed. Speaking of surviving,
and Seb's got to get himself away from this one. Fada.
He's gonna survive though.
Has he got enough mana ready to do so now? Maybe if the Chakram hit, but it isn't going to be the case. As Seb gets out of there.
So far, this Shadow Demon hasn't really been able to force him out of the lane like he did that SF yesterday.
Yeah. But he's still doing good on the farm.
No, they're
Yeah,
trading.
he is.
Yeah.
They're trading evenly.
Yeah,
the thing is, honestly, when you're playing versus Arcorden, there are some heroes that crush him on that lane, and you could have picked those heroes instead of Shadow Demon mid. But maybe the Shadow Demon is gonna do more afterwards. So.
Or maybe, as we said, they didn't expect the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, they didn't. But they haven't lost the lane to him.
No,
it's
they're
not
not.
like they were
Ace
super
is still
surprised
farming.
either. Maybe they expected it, they just didn't really care too much about it. Yeah.
That's definitely a big possibility. That's down bottom, Seb.
Still struggling. He already used his ultimate.
He dodges that well.
Yep.
PPD is coming, but he should be fine. There's Lich as well.
That's a space for 33 to farm up.
That CK is going to be big, right? Like, that CK is actually doing really well.
CK is doing, yeah.
I mean, because, you know, Father and 33 are getting this sort of farm, they are going to be these cores that can really put pressure on around the map. And
they have a
make
purge
space for
here.
Ace.
They might actually be able to get him. It is a hard
They
kill.
have the magical damage.
They got 3 stacks, 4 stacks.
PPD's there.
PPD's here.
Savior.
Unlikely to be able to pop Father, so he'll get himself away. It's regenning up. PD is now running away from
Back in.
Does not manage to pick up the bounty in front of all the faces, and Father does try and go back in. Frost Shield slowing down PPD. Stampede being used as well as Seb gets himself on top of the Dazzle. PPD being punched down. He's got a grave, so it'll make Seb work for this one. Fada, they were still trying to chase him. In fact, PPD pops to the poison. Poison was upon him, so they let him be, and he does drop. Jarek now turns, tries for a Soul Bind, but no connection now. It will link. Got anything to follow through? That doesn't look like it is 33. He pops the ult straight away. The double disruption does come into play. They're trying to finish up Fada. Can they burst him in time? A timber chains back up. Fada's out of there.
3-3 got Thompson.
Going deep. He's looking for Jarek's as well. And with the ult, he should have the damage to do so. Jarek's tried to escape with the Ink-Swell, but the pullback's there with the Rift. That's a double kill for 33, and he may not be done quite yet. They're looking towards Seb. The Chakram Slow from Fada comes into play, and NIP get a third.
And only now does Lich get that ultimate. He wasn't really able to use it before as he wasn't level 6.
Oh, that ultimate, they could have really used that. That was a very long, drawn-out fight.
That double disruption, I think it hurt them more than it helped them, actually.
They couldn't do anything. They couldn't get the double stuns, which otherwise would have hit, but the bind was over by the time the disruption was over, so it basically protected them.
It bought enough time for 3-3 to come from behind, take care of that Shadow Demon instantly. I mean, one of the problems for Shadow Demon is that you're still that squishy Shadow Demon. It doesn't matter that you're mid. You need mobility. You need a Blink Dagger after you get your Retro Lance or whatever he's buying. Once that Blink Dagger is up, then perhaps you can position yourself well. But until that's there, that CK just eats you alive.
Yeah. The power of the 33 CK. We're certainly seeing it so far.
Well, it's only one tier 1 tower taken on that bottom lane on the side of OG, so that is a bit of a silver lining for them. As I mean, they just want to draw this game out as long as possible, right? They just want the game to last. So as long as they can keep protecting their towers and keep farming somewhere on the map, they're going to be okay.
You are right, but I'm not certain how much impact this CK is going to have later on, as he did have a good start. That's that Dazzle. Just PP.
I'm saying OG wants the game to draw out.
Yeah, I know. But still, you are versus an Arc Warden.
True.
Mid lane talking about the Arc Warden, they've got on top of them.
The strength of the Centaur.
You are versus an Arc Warden, but now he's dead. Now he's still pretty vulnerable. Terrorblade is doing okay as well.
3-3 is just doing the normal CK carry build, honestly. This is what you would buy. Maybe an Armlet or Midas, but this is definitely very powerful. He already hits hard. So many shiny orbs in that quick buy. The Manta, the Skadi.
Dire are scanning.
Orbs.
Scan from OG, bit of an interesting one there on the river. Not really catching anyone. Do they want to make a movement? Looks like you might want to try and find Fada again. Hello.
That's a hard kill.
Yeah, that's pretty much the...
Does he have Hood? No, he went for a mech. Right, he's gonna have Greaves then, right?
Ooh, that's 2.
That's interesting. Not really something we see very often. Yeah.
I mean, I guess if with the speed that Fada's been able to farm, he's going to get on a very good time for the team. And 33 diving in, they find Seb. Seb in the jungle caught out, and 33 he's looking for more. He'll throw the stun out onto No-Tail. No-Tail will be able to keep himself fine with the Frost Shield. Now tries to turn. Metamorphosis is out. They'll look to try and turn things onto 33. 33, he's popping the ult though, and he's actually getting out of there as they're hitting the illusion. 33 is able to reality rip, pick up another. Should finally fall as they'll find the kill.
Triple
Seb
kill,
with the triple kill, and OG aren't done yet. They're trying to chase for Fada. A buyback has been used by Saxa.
What a great buyback from Seb as well.
Yeah, that was worth it.
Definitely. Buyback into a triple kill any time of the day.
Any day.
And tier 1 potentially as well here in the mid lane as OG looking to make the most of this metamorphosis.
Fortify comes out, and there's still an Arc Warden defending here, as well as the bot back Elder Titan. It looks like that might just be enough.
Yeah, Magnetic Field's out. The full lineup of NIP have now respawned, as OG don't want to push too much when the meta wears out. Fada has found Jarek's on his own. Doesn't look like he wants to try and chase any further.
I really like the Greaves, by the way, on Timber. It's not only that it's great utility, it also cleans most of these debuffs, which is really good for you, right? Versus the Shadow Demon works really well.
Yeah, against the SD.
Seb suddenly...
That's another kill. And that was on 33 as well.
Yeah, Seb suddenly putting into the 6th gear, destroying them. Stomped indeed. Yeah.
Fueling that fire with the chat lines.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
As the gold grab, I mean, Nip was doing well earlier on. They started to get a lead, but it's been kept even since then. Also, mostly because ILTW has just been keeping up with the farm as well, of course.
Yep. What's the itemization of Arc Warden at the moment? What does he have? He had that Midas, he has Maelstrom, just your old school build on Arc Warden, nothing extraordinary.
Nothing
Radiant's bottom
different.
tower is under attack.
Treads and Mjolnir next. You can start applying some pressure all across the map.
Right now he can't really contribute a whole lot. He can maybe fight, but he'd rather stay as far away as possible, because it's like with that Weaver, honestly. If you get clipped with some stun, if they get on top of you, you're just gone. So.
Yeah, we got full Greaves on Father. I mean, they can really gear up and push together as a unit now.
Yeah.
NIP.
I mean, they can, NIP, because it doesn't look like OG, alright, it looks like OG wants to fight. Even though that meta was popped in the jungle, I expected them to just not do anything, because you're terribly...
I mean,
Find someone.
He's going to get the jump. He's just picked up the Blink Dagger. They're going to use it to try and catch them off guard. The Chain Frost bouncing around as well. Double disruption will come out. It's going to be down for Sector and Spawnstone. That's going to mean that OG have to now start running away. 33 ready to chase with the ult. They'll catch the Grimstroke. Won't catch anything else, but that was OG trying to look for a fight. And the Blink Dagger reveal on Seb, and it does not work out for them. And I mean, are prepared.
They tried to go on Fata.
Yeah, they tried to go on Fata, the tankiest hero on that team. He has Greaves. And at the same time, I was wondering, like, if you're Terrorblade, just use meta to farm jungle. Like, why would you... I guess they're creating space for him. That's about it. As long as they're fighting somewhere else, as long as they're making stuff happen, that Terrorblade won't get ganked. So
yeah,
that's how I could explain it, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess just over sort of confidence in being able to get a kill with Seb. The damage just wasn't there.
We saw the disruption onto the Soulbind again.
Yep. Doesn't really help them a whole lot, does it?
It does not. Maybe at that point it was mostly to
disengage.
Disengage, yeah. Then it makes a lot of sense, but it seemed like it was a little bit too late. Although they only lost one hero. Could have been way worse.
Yeah, and they forced the CK tool. That's like 135, 140 seconds cooldown. So he's not going to have it anytime
already
soon.
broken. They know that someone's farming this camp. Oh, they find someone else though.
They find Notail, but Seb is on the side.
Oh,
that's the bigger one.
He has Blink. There we go.
Wait for that
easy chase.
He is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just saw like Reality Rift can't really catch anyone, but at the same time they had the numbers and they find that kill.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a close game because you sort of have on one side things looking good for NIP in the fact that they're proving it very hard for OG to make plays happen with the lineup excluding the Terrorblade. But then obviously for OG, they do have this Terrorblade that, you know, LTW, he's
amazing,
the farm timings. He's getting the farm.
And he's a Terrorblade.
And yeah, this hero is incredibly strong. And as you say, there's going to be a point where you're going to just be able to push around this Terrorblade much faster and harder.
You're going to have Shadow Demon plus Terrorblade. You're going to have a bunch of illusions hitting you.
Yeah.
No, I think if you are an NIP, even though you have Arc Warden, you'd rather fight right now. You'd rather take these fights.
Yeah.
I mean, the Arc Warden is great. They have the CK as well. That armor is completed though.
Yep.
So he's gonna scale. They have multiple cores that are gonna do very well. To be completely honest, while OG they only have the Terrorblade, the Shadow Demon like he's gonna fall off once the BKBs are up.
Oh, there you go. They get the catch onto Saxa. Saxa trying to walk his way back to safety, but with the Stampede pop, they'll run him down and look for more behind him. OG, can they get any catches? They do have the disruption. 33 is going to be there, and NIP can maybe try and turn a fight, but the Soulbind's down, lock at the two of them together. That's the end of the R quad, and the jump's going to be on top of 33 as well. Grave will buy him some time from PPD. He'll go for the TP out, but the poison, he'll burn in base. 33 is dead, and just like that, NIP lose.
This is their time to strike.
Middle tower has fallen.
Can they do so? It looks like they're going for Roche. And they also get the damage still. PPD.
An absolute slaughter there, favoring OG.
I mean, they aren't dead for very long, 20 seconds. I don't know if that's enough time to take Roche. So.
No, it doesn't look like they are going for anything. They put an illusion in the pit.
Yeah, they took the tier 1 on mid as well, and they're satisfied with that. They're still pinging that Roche out, but I mean, Seb is losing this fight already.
Yeah, he is. IL2W already went out of the pit as well. Everybody is fairly low, so if Nip wants to fight this...
Yeah, that's a disaster decision, honestly. You're playing versus Timber, you're playing versus Elder Titan and Spark Rates. Going into that pit is very, very hard, so even though you want to fight, your meta is off. Going back was definitely prudent and smart.
Yeah, you know. The right play for sure.
Saksa going for that BKB on Elder Titan, he's gonna hit quite hard. I love it. Every time I watch this guy, he gets like BKB, Mask of Madness, something just runs in, deals damage. His aura works better even, so that's really nice.
Yeah, looks like the game once again is brought to a halt. Let's see who makes the first move. Both are not afraid of fights, they just want the fights to be on their own terms. We mentioned earlier how good OG is to make people fight in places that they want to fight in.
Like earlier I said that OG, the Terrorblade is stronger late game versus the Arc Warden, which yeah, some people might say is not true, but I honestly think it is. However, on the side of OG, your other cores do not do nearly as much late game as on the side of NIP, so these smokes...
Disruption.
These smokes are definitely necessary, but you aren't finding any kills with them.
Nope. There's a double damage rune on the Terrorblade as well.
The pipe completed too.
Well, actually, Fodder as well, taking the 100 damage rather than the extra armor stacks this game. So
nice.
He's ready to hit buildings.
He's ready to hit people. Definitely. What control do they have? What silences do they have for Timber? You have the silence from the Phantom's Embrace, yeah, which is good. You have the vessel completed.
Yeah, you have the pull from the Lich.
From the Lich and the stuns from Seb, so it's not too shabby.
You can combo it.
Yeah.
But he's, Fada's getting bigger and bigger. It's just a question if they can actually kill him during those disables.
With the vessel, I mean, the Greaves won't help you that much, so he doesn't have Yules or anything to take it off, to take the vessel off. That is, so I guess I guess they can kill him.
Pause coming from OG.
Is this a bathroom break? What's happening? Explain yourself.
Reason.
The game
Give us a reason.
How can you pause and not tell us why?
Yeah, just this is just plain rude.
Come on.
What is it? Lag, voice comms.
What was it yesterday?
Keyboard.
Discord. It was Discord, but he couldn't connect to the game.
Yes.
Good Discord problem.
That's Discord again, look.
Discord lags, yeah. Discord, what's happening with you guys?
Back to TeamSpeak we go.
Yeah.
Thanks for mentioning the reason. Snith also
there
curious.
We go, ready.
Snith?
Ready to go.
Well, that's the wrong team, Owen. We gotta wait for OG to be ready.
Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, why is Fada saying ready? Ready. Yep. Screw your Discord problem. We're going.
We're ready. Let's go.
Let's go.
Haven't seen Snith in my pubs in a while. I guess Chen got destroyed.
Oh yeah, Chen.
He dropped some rain.
He's off to Dota chess instantly.
Thanks.
Oh, I mean, it's a close start so far. I mean, both teams, I don't think are going to be too unhappy. The OG are going to be believing in the Terrorblade, and NIP, they're going to be looking at the fact that Ace is he's in a great place, and Fada and 33 are certainly stepping up to easily be able to. I mean, even Ace as well. Normally this is the hero that's splitting the map and making space for the others, but
one of the best Arc Warden players, if not the best player on Arc Warden. So he's definitely, if there's a guy that can carry it on Arc Warden, he is him.
There we go.
You have the CK with the damage. You have the Timber Saw. Honestly, I don't know if this Terrorblade, like LTV yesterday, he did prove us wrong. I don't know if he can do it again today. It's looking much harder, and this Shadow Demon isn't having the same impact he had yesterday. These targets are beefy that he's supposed to take down, like, and this Timber just does not care.
If you were to join, like, to watch this game starting from this moment, like, let's say that pause is the moment where you tune in, who would you favor?
I just favor NIP instantly, because I'd see like CK Timber and Arc Warden and Elder Titan versus Terrorblade. I'd say like, all right, they have everything they need, but at the same time, if OG gets the pick off, if they jump on that Arc Warden instantly with the Centaur, if they ignore that Timber, just control him somehow, ignore him, you take that duration, plus 7 seconds duration on Shadow Demon level 25 for disruption, and you just disrupt him, and you just forget about him, just go away. That's it, that's the plan. I mean, it can work.
Illusions of the Arc Warden will be nice.
I mean, the alliances, Koikwa, Timbersaw, he just got cycloned and he didn't do anything. You just cyclone him forever and then you grip him. If you do get that talent, you can do the same here. And you are going to get to that level, honestly. This game is going to last. You're having Arc Warden Terrorblade
Every time we have OG here, there's some long games involved. Oh, ILTW might be walking into danger.
Right now he wants to start something.
Hello.
He's going to go straight into the high ground. Posture perfection. He's ready to fight. Metamorphosis in. He wants to begin the action. The rest of OG is going to come in the second to help him out. Does get held back by a sleep. In fact, the Earthsplit is down as well. Seb's by his side. The Sunder.
He's still Sunders.
But Fada's on top of him.
What the boss?
Him down with the chakram. Now the Stampede comes out from Seb. They'll decide that this is a fight they no longer wish to take, as Seb will pay with his life. He's getting beaten down. Cannot escape. Thompson does manage to get the kill onto 33, but he's also dead. They've lost 2 on OG. No Tail's going to fall as well.
All right.
That was just...
He's a boss.
Charged in. LTW wanted to fight. They wanted to go.
That's a ballsy move, but at the same time, your team... he survived, but his team died. But that was funny. Like, he just straight walked in all of them, and he almost died, by the way. But oh, no mana on
maybe Timber. He's got silence as well. He can't get out. He dies.
They got him.
All right. I mean, ILTW's happy with that fight. Sure, some of his teammates died around, but
he doesn't
stayed alive. He got some kills.
Maybe during that break, he was told, ILTW, we want you to join fights more. Like, fights? You want fights? I'll give you fights.
Yeah, he slapped instantly.
You just go up high ground. I mean, he got that Sunder off. That was pretty clutch. I
thought
so
that
was very close. Yeah.
That was going to be leading into a kill as well, but unfortunately for him it didn't. That would have changed the game, or rather changed the fight as well.
Definitely. He's under the Timber, right?
Yeah, he did.
Definitely a hard kill. Finish off. Jarax, you might be a little bit debated, sir.
I think he did forget. Oh, maybe not with RTW in top.
Alright.
Maybe it's NIP there. But the ones stepped a little too far. Jarax is going to be backed up by Seb. Oh!
The ultimate bang!
Oh!
That blink.
Ah, the debated became the debater.
Yeah.
Even without the Terrorblade meta, they just charge straight in. They want to do something about this game right now. They realize they're on the clock. Very well played by OG right now.
Yeah, the team play there.
That's how you do it. You don't need no smokes or anything fancy like that. Just run straight into them.
These sort of saves that they're making, I mean, both teams had the potential to do so. Thompson on his SD, you got PPD on the Dazzle. Both teams with the sustain and ability to keep those crucial cores alive at these key moments in the fights. As RTW queuing up the BKB straight after the Skadi, so obviously indicating that OG want to keep the franticness going and the frequency of fights that they're going to be bringing this Terrorblade to already. Once he has the BKB done, It'll be very hard for NIP to fight back during that 10 seconds.
Yeah, we've seen OG being behind before yesterday, but also, I mean, we know that OG is probably one of the better teams to face when they are behind in terms of strategic prowess. And they get the chance to prove that here as well. If it
I mean, at the moment, they're not. I wouldn't say it's
behind.
even. It's pretty much dead even. I feel because we are seeing like this Terrorblade. It is a Terrorblade. Like, if he gets in position in the fights and the rest of the OG can set up around him, OG very much have that insanely strong teamfight presence from around the Metamorphosis.
It just feels like you have to wait for this Arc Warden still. And this hero is awesome, but he just takes so much time. He has double Midas, but still he doesn't really do a whole lot in these fights. He pops a Mjolnir or two on someone like Timbersaw and he goes back. That's it. You can't truly fight them as Arc Warden. Just, you're afraid.
If they get on top of you, you're going to die. You're going to fall over at the moment with the build.
That's a smoke.
Radiant's top tower is under
they're charging in again.
They're trying to see if they can find them.
Mad lads.
And IP just keeping themselves at a distance. Maybe if they can find a good target to start and they'll go in on them. RTW has that BKB done.
So deep in. Look, just look at this. This is crazy.
Man to BKB. He's like, whatever. You can try and go on me if you want. I know you won't.
Bottom tower is under attack.
There's the Terrorblade. Continue to find. In fact, he's ready to start walking in again and maybe find some action. They have got the catch. Instantly PPD on the front lines. He'll be dragged in by Notes out. NIP now without the dazzle, without that saving support. I'll have to be a little more cautious about starting any sort of fights.
Buyback, and you have many ways of checking this rush. You shouldn't let this go just for free. I believe they sent that Elder Titan Spirit in. They managed to slow it down a bit. Maybe you don't even have to buy back on that dazzle. Just spam them like this. But if they do engage, you're gonna have to. You have the illusions as well. So many things. Midas. Use the Midas.
Efficiency.
He used it. He's got it. He forced Jerax to port as well. So he did port right there, though. Not really huge. They do stop Frosh, though.
They do. They push OG away from the pit. They've got PPD back in the game. And Meta's about to end.
Yeah. I mean, they have so many things to stop that rush with. Spark Rates, Timbersaw, Spirits from Elder Titan. You have to get a pick-off before you take that rush. A bigger pick-off than Dazzle, that is.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Fought it. Getting very close to having the Lotus Orb done, so he's building obviously incredibly defensive. He's got these auras, this ability to stay on the front lines.
Lotus is necessary for him as well, for many spells, but also for that vessel. You have the Greaves, you have the Pipe, but you need Yules or Lotus as well. So one or the other is definitely necessary. Lotus is also good versus that Lich ult, right? If you get Soul Binded versus Shadow Demon's ulti, as Shadow Demon, I think he completed that Aghanim's.
He should have done. Yeah, Thompson was very close just when they were doing the pit. That's it coming out now.
Yep.
The Ag's complete, level 20 as well.
And now, 2 charges of Disruption. Wasn't there like a... So that's changed, right? They definitely removed the talent in which you had like that long disruption, like +7 seconds or something. But now it's the charges, right? Aghanims give you charges on your ult.
Yeah, they changed it a few months back. Yeah.
That damage on Purge is really strong though as well.
And we have it. CFOG ready to try and look to hunt and get the use of this out.
So many charges on this hero actually, like your ulti, your disruption.
No, it's so much control. Poison. As long as you can get the positioning right, you could control the entire team.
Yeah, three ultimates, 2 disrupts, pretty good.
That Roche, still tempting.
I mean, jump forward. RTW's picked up that blink so he can get these positions in the beginning of the fight.
There we go. First
No.
purge is out.
Yeah.
Does have PPD by him though, 33.
He's spamming these poisons though. Look at that.
Ah,
Just,
yes,
yeah.
the BKB out.
Force BKB, yeah. And you can use it on BKB too to slow him again if you want to. If you wanted to, that is.
They'll be happy with that BKB charge. That was one of the first ones, one of the longer ones anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that LTW's got this blink means that, you know, Ace, if he does come to the fights, he's got to be even more careful. Because if you have this Terrorblade blinking on top of you, no longer sort of the magnetic field's going to save you.
What's he building? Oh, he's building into a
But
Hex.
Ace is also doing something that is very annoying for OG, and that's we're going to see a lot more of. Namely, just
he killing?
killing
No tail is
supports
dead.
and
Yeah, this is...
dying, apparently, as well. That's
with the
just
clone.
illusion,
He's
just
dying
illusion.
with the clone, yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
Still
not
a
really
tasty 300 gold for
Yeah.
Sep.
But also pressure that is going to be like the only one that can really
No
easily
kill
deal with that is either Seb or ILTW. Maybe Thompson as well, but any of the cores anyway. Supports would just die.
Yeah, that's so annoying.
Oh, DD rune here. RTW would love to get his hands on that. Is he nearby?
There's this guy that would love it as well, but
Yeah.
he can't really go into the river.
Scythe done on Arc
Right?
Warden.
Jump into them. Let's go.
Just go. Blink in.
go.
DD.
We've seen it there
Charge.
before.
Start the fight.
Doesn't want to charge with DD. This is just...
He
I'm
wants to at least
disappointed.
have Seb close by to follow up.
And not quite looking to take a fight. But obviously, at this point, with the cores that NIP have, any sort of passive time is going to slightly favour them in the speed that they farm compared to the 3 cores of OG overall.
Well, I have a feeling NIP is just happy right now. The Arc Warden is already hitting his timings. And this is what he's going to start doing now. You have to pop Sentinel to save No Tail.
Yeah.
Just from that clone. That's not great. You have a BKB on CK as well. And honestly, NIP is looking really strong at the moment, in my opinion.
Hovering around the pit, making sure that OG doesn't get any ideas about going for the Roche. Yes, of course, at this stage, very hard to do so. As NIP smoked up, ready to hunt. See if they can find anyone outside and away from the rest of the team mid lane. Both No Tail and Thompson.
Well,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So RTW does get the bottom tier 2 tower.
Tower has fallen.
TP back from top lane, 2 heroes of NIP ready to prepare in the middle lane. If OG do decide to try and look for the tier 2 here as well. It's already taken a bit of a beating. But as soon as the TPs come in, they back off. They've got some big items that they'd rather wait on. Jerax is very close to having Hex done on the Grimstroke. So ideally, I want to wait for that before they try and kick off another fight.
yeah. Hex on Grimstroke. Is MKB even close to be completed on Terrorblade? I
No,
wonder?
not too close.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
sorry, very close.
very
My bad, I
close.
didn't realize he had the core stuff and Javelin must have
Alright.
just come out of the courier.
So you're gonna have a way to deal with that magnetic field, which is very important in these fights. Terrorblade needed that MKB as soon as possible. He's got it. He doesn't have buyback now though, so that's scary.
No. Well, that should be good. They've still got 2 tier 2s up.
Yeah, but Arc Warden pushes super fast. We'll see though if they even are trying to find a fight soon, or if they also are just happy with getting some more farming items up.
Yeah, and NIP just have to be super prepared to protect Ace if he gets caught out in the team fight. If this Terrorblade gets on top of him with the Meta and the MKB,
I think it's like
kill him very quickly.
for CK you have Lich to deal with. You need Lich. You need a good No Tail ulti plus the Grimstroke ult. You have the Grimstroke's stroke to deal with the illusions because you're gonna be dishing out an insane amount of damage per stroke. And for Ace, you have to commit the Centaur and Terrorblade. That's how you approach the fights. If you are OG, Shadow Demon can do whatever, just control them. You use those purges. He's going for Octarine actually, so he's gonna have... Man, that's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I mean the charges are just going to
Yeah, and look at
come back
this.
so
Look,
quickly.
like the Shadow Poison, it's like...
I mean, it's
he
already pretty
Yeah.
instant.
has that 1.5 second cooldown talent as well, so... 1 second.
Yeah, so it's 1 second
One
that it goes
second,
down
yeah.
to. So with the Octarine, we're down to 2/3 of a second.
Quick maps.
Quick mouse.
Oh,
jeez.
that's one purge.
half his health gone.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
his
he's gotta be
second
careful.
spell. That's the new way the Soul Catcher works. It basically rips him in half instantly,
Yeah.
and then afterwards you have to kill him.
It is percentage-based damage, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, and then when he gets it back after
Yeah,
40%.
40%.
So you got to kill him quick if you want to go all the way.
Yeah.
But against obviously these big high HP heroes, it's super
It
good.
hurts
It's
them.
great.
Yeah.
Especially if you start the fight off with that.
Yeah.
Just use it instantly, they lose half of 40% of their HP, and then you go in.
There we go. So some of the big items now done for OG. Ags on Centaur, and the Hex complete now for Jerax.
Ace, this is his real hero right there.
Oh.
If they
He's
notice
turning
that,
up for the fight.
huh? Will
Ready
they?
to
Seb
start.
is ready.
They've get the Soulbind onto Ace. He's going to catch the two of them. The double Hex from Jerax comes into play. OTW in the midst pots the BKB, the Metamorphosis. He's ready to fight. PPD buys some time for Ace with the Grave, but it's not enough. They lose Ace. Ace is buying back as they are on the backlines trying to get the easier kills. 33 with its BKB trying to find Jerax. They've found 3 of OG. The Stomp, the Sleep, the Hex. They've got themselves the 4th kill as the buyback pays off. As NIP realize if they get Ace back in, they can fight to their strengths, and they come out on top.
I think they did it on purpose. I think Ace positioned himself that way to force OG into going on him, because you see that you see the main hero instantly jump him.
Yeah.
That's the way it works versus Arc Warden. But NIP, they planned it perfectly. He stays alive long enough to dish out the damage, and the rest of them just clean them up. Shadow Demon was completely controlled by the CK. He jumped him. Yeah, Thompson managed to disrupt himself into a blink out, but later on Elder Titan was in spot to kill him. So overall, yeah, you do buyback on the Arc Warden.
I think you said that was the intended play.
I'm certain
Yeah.
that was a bait. I'm certain
And
that
that's
was
great.
intended.
Bought so much time,
Yeah.
and OG just focused everything on that.
It was a play that NIP absolutely orchestrated around the plan for Ace to buy back. They knew that Roche was up. They say, yeah, make
Just
them put everything
die,
on
yeah.
you, Ace. It's fine. You're going to buy back, get back in. We'll take Roche. And OG didn't expect that.
I don't know. It's just so amazing to see these plays. It's not only the idea, it's the execution that you have to follow the idea up with, right? And they definitely do it so well. I just love watching Tier 1 Dota because of that. And like just putting your most important player, your most valuable player on the line like that,
Yeah.
die.
Only in Dota 2.
Yeah.
Buybacks.
It's like sacrificing your queen for a checkmate, basically.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's just looking at the bigger picture. And so there's something obviously that PPD and his captainships, he's always been very good at doing so. And those sort of strategies, these calls.
Can we now finally say that OG is behind?
Oh, absolutely no. With that play there.
Yeah, and the buybacks that they wasted, they're definitely behind.
Yeah. This is where OG likes to be. There you go.
We'll see. It's a lot of weight on RTW's territory.
It really is, yeah.
Because, you mentioned from the draft, the 3 cores of NIP are just going to scale so well. And
the
Ace
Shadow
is just having
Demon?
a field day.
Yeah, Shadow Demon just dies to anyone that jumps on him as well. So he brings a lot of control, but he can't really approach the fight to bring that control.
I know. As you see there, with the way the last fight went, the dreams of the Octarine are dead. Thompson's going to just pick up the Eon disc instead. So he knows he has to keep himself alive. And Eon disc obviously works out. It's sure you're not dealing any damage during the proc, but you're still able to lay down the poison.
And you can blink out perhaps and save yourself, but overall, definitely not an item he was planning to go for in this game.
Is, whoa, I got to stay alive.
Yep.
As look at 33, nearly having the
has
heart. I mean, he's got it. Yeah,
He's got it.
absolutely massive on the CK.
There are 2 targets now that are almost unkillable. It's the CK and the Timber Saw. Like that.
And even Ace at level 25.
Yep, has all the talent. Did he take the
very
Spark
hard
Ray
for him
talent
now.
or the Lifesteal talent? I wonder. Level 25. I can't remember which one is left, which one is right on Arc Warden. But the Spark Ray talent is also so good. You get like what, plus 350 damage per Spark Rate, and you can spam them all the time. It's just ridiculously good. The Lifesteal, when you have to solo carry, is nice too.
Left is Spark Ray.
Okay, so he did take the Spark Rate. I mean, versus these swishy supports, versus Terrorblade, even that Spark Rate does a whole lot. So Still a long way to go for the CK for his level 25.
For OG coming outside the base.
That's the break.
Pretty scary.
He's gonna spam some. Do they really want to go?
They do the hex and pulling him apart up.
Oh!
He's still alive.
Oh,
Great there for PPD, and he's easily out of there.
Oh,
nice
Seb,
stun.
Maybe not with the Seb cap. Seb, who's stomp onto 2. Fada, still Timber Chain available, keeps himself away, but Seb pops the Stampede, has the vision, allows RTW to kill him with the Metamorphosis. Lose No-Tail, 33 will simply go for the TP out, No-Tail's going to buy back. The rest of NIP just get out of there.
Ooh.
They all get out, just
Did
the
you
Timber
guys
that.
see 3-3 just barely took any damage from that Terrorblade just pounding on him. But just
I expected, like, I actually expected NIP to fight there, to like counter kill them somehow, because they wasted everything on Timber, right?
Yeah.
And then you just turn and fight, but I guess they weren't really in position, everyone. So they just cut their losses with that Timber, and
they can just wait until the BKB is back up on 3-3 and the Metamorphosis is down on their on the Terrorblade from ILTW, and maybe go.
oh, there's a DD.
Oh, DD with the smoke, rotating bottom.
With the hex from Jarax, I mean, this is always dangerous. They have a lot of control on this team, and if they manage to find the right way to approach the fight, they can definitely take it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can tell Nip is knowing that something's off. Oh, someone tell him. Oh, that was Disillusion, of course. Was it? Yes, it was.
Yeah. Yeah, but still, that illusion.
But pushes the wave so quickly.
Yep.
There's one problem with having Aegis on Arcboard or Cheese, is that you have one empty slot on your illusion, which isn't really that great. Same as with Rapiers or whatever. He lost that Aegis, by the way, so there we go. It has been reclaimed.
Mm-hmm.
RP now coming up with supposed to get the bounty and No-Tail.
He just bought back.
They found him. Stampede will not save the Lich.
Yeah, and you use the Stampede. Not really the longest cooldown ever, but yeah.
Yeah, it means that the rest of the team just has to now play very careful for that time, because you don't have that global save.
And Lich down for 70 more seconds.
Is under attack.
As NIP starting to take the
Bottom
shrines away from OG and get these easier objectives, and their net worth continuing to rise. Fada sitting on 3,800 gold. And yeah, this offlane CK, you can certainly see why they pick it first, as it's definitely had its effect this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just don't have any way to kill him.
It's just another huge problem for OG that OG can't really deal with at the moment.
Trying to deal with that illusion of Ace.
You have to commit so much to kill it.
And he's gonna get those racks sooner rather than later.
It is good money, at least, every time you kill it.
Yeah,
300 gold, that's a lot.
It got nerfed a few times when it comes to gold. So, I mean, it's definitely necessary. Just investing so much into killing that clone and then you get nothing out of it, that's horrible feeling, actually.
Dire's top shrine has fallen.
Okay, Blink, Soulbind Hex from Jarax can definitely be very, very important in this game.
Now we'll get the gem back on them as well for the team. Sax is trying to build an AC. See where Ace does go with his build.
Where does he go? Where can he go?
Slots.
That's it, pretty much, yeah. He can get a shard now, perhaps.
And buy his teammate shards.
Yeah, buy his CK a shard. Everyone gets a shard.
Oh, and there's the jump. Seb, he's actually managed to get two of them straight away, and with the Soulbind follow-up, they're going to be able to kill off PPD. Fada falling low as well. Timber Chain as well, still alive here. They're charging in, but they can't quite kill him off. RTW pops the BKB. No
Ace
the full control, but Ace, can they finish their arc when they can? They get Ace. Ace is dead for 2 minutes. He'll buy back two to try and help the team continue this fight around the shrine. OG lose Seb. Ace back in the fight as they'll get on top of Thompson. Thompson's gone. ILTW now left behind. He's trying to find Ace a second time, but 33 surrounds him with the army. Jerex, can he really save ILTW here? He keeps ILTW alive for a little bit longer, but ILTW Sunder, can he turn and bring anyone down with him? 33 is pretty low, but the Chakram's out from Fada. ILTW's dead and without buyback.
Just try to live as long as possible. If you are Thompson and Jarax, you need to defend.
Yeah.
You need to outpush. You have these heroes that can't do it. You have the spam that's necessary. But if this illusion catches up to you, if this clone catches up to you...
Oh, Jarax, they got the Hex, he's still got the gem, Jarax.
And they're gonna have the illusions now as well to help them out. That's good gold too, they killed it.
Well, I mean, we saw that as well. I mean, OG...
Oh, they're still going though.
They chose to take that fight around the shrine, and NIP weren't going to mess around at all. They had 3 buybacks.
Oh, he has no gold actually, he's missing 1,000 gold for that buyback.
Looks like they're still wanting to take this high ground.
In they go.
I mean, they should, definitely.
Yeah.
You have the spam that's needed, but is it enough? That's the question.
They should by now realize that the Terrorblade's not going to come back
He's
anytime
not
soon.
coming back in, NIP. They'll get this middle rack, surely, as OG do not have the firepower to push them back.
Maybe with these ace illusions? They do work.
You can't.
Nah, never mind that.
Oh, they're just so tanky on NIP's lineup.
Yeah.
When we saw in that last fight as well, it was so hard for them to kill Fada. They get on top of him, he gets low. But with this build, the amount of armor and regeneration and resistance
It's just ridiculous, yeah. When they were killing him, if they went for him first, then perhaps he dies, but they didn't.
Unlucky for Nip that there's no Roche yet, but we'll be up soon.
I mean, that fight, you know what happened actually.
Oh,
He's fine.
Yeah, for sure.
The thing that we aren't talking about in that fight is the fact that almost everyone on NIP bought back.
Yeah, three
buybacks.
Yeah, I mean, the important heroes.
It was absolutely worth.
And you lost only one side, so it's not horrible if you manage to find a good kill.
He's going in with the Stampede, but instantly gets stunned. He just ran in to die. He's dead for 90 seconds. The rest of OG, can they at least make something happen off the back of this? They're heading in. ILTW with the BKB. He's got his hands on top of the Arc Coordinator. He's dead. Oh, it's a dieback from Ace. He's dead for 2 minutes off that play from earlier by the Shrine. He can't get back into the game. He's going to rely on the rest of NIP to make sure that this doesn't go any worse for the side as a whole. Fada's still alive. He's going to get disrupted. 33. He's cleaning up, though. This offlane CK coming in big as OG, they have freed out. ILTW trying his best to stand tall against them, but again, he's outnumbered.
These
Only has Jarax by his side. PPD with a grave. Won't be enough to save Fada. Fada's still good down here. ILTW again. He's still alive. He's going to have Sunder in a second. He's going to get the chance to use it. He is. He's still alive, but they have the burst.
Man.
Still no buyback for him.
Fada's going to buy back, though, because they know OG. Now 4 dead, no buybacks.
You just push?
Just run mid?
Do you have the lanes pushed?
They've got the creep wave coming in on the middle lane. They're going to go for the safer option of Roche.
They don't know that he has no buyback.
Say, if they knew that there was no buybacks down OG, they'd certainly just go straight for the base and try and take at least another set of racks, maybe even more.
He has buyback now.
Yeah, he has
picking up the bounty rune was all that was needed, so Jarax saving the day.
I mean, as we said, they wouldn't have known that he didn't have it that time. They're going for the safer play, get the Roshan. They don't want to risk losing a fight down the line and letting OG get their hands on this.
They have Refresher almost completed on Jarax, so he's going to have, what, double the hex? So
double hex, quadruple hex.
Quadruple hex, exactly.
Fada with the Aegis. They can just...
That looked like a good fight. That honestly looked like a good fight. TB just destroyed Arc Warden instantly. But sadly for them, they are tanky. And there's also the Dazzle with that cooldown reducted grave, just constantly saving people. You have to kill PPD if you want to kill anyone else, honestly.
You have to just, as we, 33 trying for Sep. Soulbind, double hex, double chain frost is out. Cause a bit of a hit to him, and Saxa doesn't need to be graved by PPD. But yeah, OG just making sure that they could try and hold NIP off without having to use the buyback of the Terrorblade. Seb's going to jump in, trying to commit, but this CK is just so damn tanky. 33 is absolutely huge. In fact, Seb, could he get out? He's going to get trapped back. Seb, he's trying his best to run, but the burst is there from Fada. Seb's out for 100 seconds. LTW jumps in, looking to commit for the fight. He's on top of Ace's Wraith, but Ace himself is back and safe at 33. He's back in, drags on to the Terrorblade. The defensive disruption comes out. Soulbind and Hex out, the backlines onto the 2 of them. And now ITW is heading in. He's ready with the BKB, Metamorphosis up, Reflection as well. He's found PPD, but PPD with the self-grave will buy himself some time. As they look towards elsewhere, can he get 33? That's the question. No, 33 back up to full. He's able to try and pull ILTW back in. The Lincoln Sphere blocks the reality rift, doesn't block the stun. Defensive disruption again from Thompson in an attempt to keep ILTW alive. He's still alive for now, but the rack starting to get
Drax,
hit on by 33. Thompson, Aeon Disc is procced by Ace's Spark Wraith. As Thompson is trying to head in and see if they can get some sort of a catch. ILTW having to use the Sunder on the Wraith to stay alive. No-Tail's charged in, but Futters, he's on top of him, and so is 33 and Ace. That's going to be another dead hero without buyback. No No-Tail, no Thompson. ILTW and Jerry's the last two left alive. He does kill off the Elder Titan at the least. We'll get a Sunder off. BKB's popped by NIP. They're charging in. Have the Hex. He's dragged back. Is anything Jerry can do to save ILTW? It is not. ILTW falls. He has buyback though. As the top rank starting to fall, and Ace just clearing up kill after kill on the Arc-Warden. It's all on ILTW,
Rampage?
but the Hex is there. He's dead. He's out of it. GG is called as NIP take game one.
What a game.
What a game indeed.
I mean, the draft and the 33 CK. This is why they'll just pick that offlane CK first. I mean, he just had such an impact the whole game.
Yeah, he definitely did so much. I mean, it's partly the reason why Shadow Demon couldn't do a lot. That 3-3 CK was always on top of him, just killing him off. Honestly, a lot of credit that has to be given to PPD's Dazzle. Yeah. That Dazzle.
Those Graves.
Those Graves, but I don't know why they didn't go for the Dazzle. You have to kill him. Was he really positioned that well every single fight? I mean, you have to go through CK and the Timbersaw that are in front. But still, those Graves definitely won them the game.
Yeah, absolutely magnificent stuff there from NIP. And yeah, the moves and the plays and the calls that were being made as well with the buybacks were done super smartly by NIP. And OG, they've got to step up their game, and they can't go around with the OG stuff. This sort of the tops and mid Shadow Demon, it's not going to work against a team like NIP. As NIP, as we said, in the draft, it didn't look like they were expecting it to be mid, but the reality was they didn't care. They didn't care if it was mid. They knew that with these beefy cores, this mid Shadow Demon would have little to no effect at the end of the day.
Yeah, let's also take a look at the brackets, as this is an upper bracket match, and the winner of this series does qualify for the CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 11 Major. And also interesting, or rather good to know, is Liquid versus Secret. That will be the series that starts at 8 p.m. Regardless of how, or 7 p.m., sorry. Regardless of how long this series goes to, we are hard cutting to Liquid Secret.
Oh, that starts at a set time?
Set time.
Okay.
So that is not a rolling schedule. The teams just want to start at 7. So we cater to the teams. They start at 7. And so we jump to Liquid Secret at 7, regardless of if OG and NIP
people who watch NIP OG on the second channel.
Yes, obviously it won't be completely abandoned. You'll still be able to see it, just not on this specific stream. But I do believe that production gets a point, because we thought OG had this in the bag.
Did you have to remind them?
Yeah, sorry.
Whatever.
They gotta get
one small point again for production. They need some points after all. It just looks so poor, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, the 9 million is not even done in turfs, Yeah. It's not even real. We are going to get a game 2, or at least, I don't know what time it is right now. We're going to get a game 2.
On the screen.
Well, I didn't see it. We're definitely going to see that game 2 here on the stream, so stay tuned with NIP OG after the break.